All right, welcome back to my kitchen, and I hope that you are keeping yourself warm and safe while this nasty weather is happening. As you can see, I've got some peanut butter. I am going to do about a half cup of peanut butter. Now, I've done Rice Krispie treats for pretty much since I was a teen, so I know this recipe pretty easily, but I'm going to make this a little differently. I'm going to make peanut butter Rice Krispies, and I'm going to do chocolate covered peanut butter Rice Krispies. So I will write the recipe in the comments because I probably won't remember to tell you all, because when you've done a recipe for so long, you know the ingredients and you just kind of throw them in. The only difference is I will be measuring the peanut butter. It's a half cup peanut butter, and the chocolate I will measure. Usually when I do the butter and stuff, I just throw it in because I know by eyeballing it, but I will try to write that down. In the comments, I write down the actual recipe that I used, and you can follow along with that. We're going to melt some butter in there first because I don't like my Rice Krispies and my marshmallows to stick together. So I use butter, which most recipes do use a little bit of butter. If you don't use butter, if you have any reaction, you know what you can use instead of that. You're going to melt some butter. And you're going to throw your marshmallows, your peanut butter together. You're going to melt them just a little bit, kind of make a sauce in there. Then you're going to throw your Rice Krispies in there. So as you can see, it's going to be saucy. It's going to look like this. Then you put your marshmallows in there, and you're going to melt it together. You need to keep some butter handy because what you want is you want this to kind of get into a gooey, sticky, runny mess like this just a little bit. You don't want it to get too runny, but you don't want it to be too sticky to where it's not going to stick with the Rice Krispies. And remember that you can use crispy rice or whatever brand you have. All right, and then you're going to dump this entire mess out into a pan. You're going to squash it down, guys. Okay, my Rice Krispies are packed down. So what I'm going to make now is what they call a double boiler. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fill one pan that's a little bit bigger with water, half water. Then I'm going to take a smaller pan. I'm going to put it in the top. And I'm going to take my chocolate chips and I'm going to melt them inside this. It's still going to get the heat, but it's not going to scorch your chocolate. You're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil, and you're just going to do that so that this does not, again, scorch your chocolate. It's going to be like a sauce that goes over top of your Rice Krispies, so you want it to be a little bit smooth. I'm going to give it a little bit of time on that double broiler to melt. Make sure you're keeping an eye on this and you're stirring it. As you can see, it's melting, but you want all those lumps out of there when you pour it over like a sauce. You also don't want it to get dry on any areas. All right, as soon as that is smooth and no lumps, you're going to take it off the heat. And you're going to start to pour it over your Rice Krispies. Peanut butter Rice Krispies. All right, peanut butter, chocolate covered peanut butter Rice Krispies. Remember that if you put these in the refrigerator, they're going to get hard, which would be fine if you cut them and then leave them out for a few minutes. Maybe you're going to have them with coffee or something, so you're going to make your coffee, your tea, your hot cocoa to put with it. That won't be a problem. But remember, they're going to be hard to cut if you put them in the refrigerator. You can put these in an airtight container and save them for later. Plastic bag, a aluminum foil over the top will work. Whatever you have to do, just keep, people's fingers out of it and any bugs or animals out of it. The official recipe will be down below. I hope you enjoy these, and remember, you are loved and you are worthy.